Mahagsar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. They...
Take this!
Raging captain!
It's over!
Radiant here! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear!
Here I come!
Stay right.
Damn it!
You got it!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I can handle it! This'll come in handy.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'm all set up there with the annihilation! Radiant here!
We are freaking invincible!
Alphen and the others truly are strong.
What about me?
Now! I'm all stuffed up! I'm annihilation! Mega ray!
So those are Dahnan after all.
Take this!
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the...
Astral energy!
Say no more! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renan eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish.
Ha!
There we go. Good fishers always keep their cool. Ha! Reel it in. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy. Ha! All right.
Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
Yeah! Looks like I lost it. Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
Yeah! Nothing's biting. Time to try a different spot. Not my lucky day, I guess. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
You guys want to rest here? I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my...
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't mind if I do. Primed and ready. I never miss.
Now you see what I can do!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. Here.
It's over! You've got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Take this! All yours!
Lightning strike. Healing circle.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
You're mine! Not today!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dance in the wind. Reload.
Dance! Rising Falcon!
It's in the sky. It's mine.
Hurricane Thrust!
Lightning descent.
Dragon Swarm! Sword Lane Alpha!
Swallow
Dance! Take this!
Raging cascade.
Rising Falcon!
In here.
Anything in armor is all
Dragon Swarm! Sword Lane Alpha! Blue escape! It's over!
Get on in there with the others.
Take this!
Sword Lane Alpha! Dragon Swarm!
Not in your dreams.
Here I come! Not today!
Can't be swirl.
You're mine!
Let's go.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Do it.
It's over!
Shionne, get toasty.
Bird strike!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art!
When he slows down, that's our chance!
No further!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Eat this!
Talon
Require
Hurricane!
help.
Arrow squall. Lightning.
Take this!
Strike!
Hear me. Flame of
Sword Lane
fury.
Alpha!
Burning
Eat
strike.
this! Talon Hurricane!
Dragon!
Lightning orb. Flame of fury.
No further!
Lightning descent.
Glacial
Thunder.
Spear. I'm impressed.
Lunar Rondo!
This time, I'll tear you apart! In a bind,
You're mine! It's over!
dust to dust!
You require a hand.
You're mine!
Can't get out of this! I'm
You're
just
finished.
getting started!
Dragon Swarm!
Take this! I'm on it! Can't get out of this! First strike!
Glacial spear.
Now or never! No further!
Freeze Lancer.
Whirlwind snap!
My astral energy. Dance in the wind.
Dragon Swarm!
Photon
Chronoblade!
storm.
Take this!
Tornado.
Let's tear 'em up! In a bind,
Talon Hurricane!
Glacial Spear.
Hurricane Thrust!
Here's evil.
Lunar Rondo!
Freeze
Hurricane
Lancer.
Thrust!
Photon blast.
Slide!
Dance in the
Here I
wind.
come!
Sweet now. Lunar corruption.
It's no
I'll be
take this.
saving this one.
no further!
Hit. Up and in. Take it. I'm only getting started. Dance in the wind.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll be saving this one.
Take this!
My astral energy.
You're mine!
Mega ray.
You're finished!
Eat this!
Sweet dreams. Now.
Slide! Dragon River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Long enough to regret this.
Annihilation!
Ignite! I'll run you through!
Take this!
It's a duel of the arts!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Let's see what happened there. Scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you, truly!
Come and get it!
The enemy wields ours too.
You'll soon see about that!
You being snared to me. Yeah, and probably to me.
Come and get it!
What's this?
Annihilation! Hear me, flame of fury!
Elusive deity!
No.
Can't end here!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Bring you back from death to bit!
I'm on it! I'll begin! You're mine! Not going to get it! Elusive deity! Dragon form! Try this!
Resonate with the earth.
Explosive ring!
Stalagmite. So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Nope, that is silly. It's over! Sword ring alpha! Elusive deity! Dragon form! Do it!
Hear me, flame of
Go
fury!
Hey! Blow them away!
How's that? I can carve through armor.
Crush!
Hear me, flame
Swallow
of fury!
dance! Lunarongo! Lunarongo! Hurricane Throw! You're mine! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Dance!
Healing circle!
Take this!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Burn in hell! You're mine!
Here's evil!
Renan! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Dragon Shout!
That was a little close for comfort.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Take this! Swallow Dance! You're finished! Lunarongo!
I'm all built up!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Elusive Deity! Strut!
Take this!
Soaring Deity!
Can you take it? Armor won't save you! Not so fast!
I'm on it!
I never miss!
Sword Rain Alpha! It's on!
I'm on it!
Burn!
Rolling! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm on it! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Wow, I'm impressed.
First strike!
Hey! Blow them away!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I hope I shall ensure you survive this. Can you take it?
Try this! Elusive Deity! Current! Take it! Swallow Blade!
Benediction light.
Slash!
I can't heal you forever!
That frickin' does it!
Denied! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Try this!
I'm out! Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No place here!
Take this!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Mega Ray!
Not a chance!
This
It's
one's
on!
mine!
Elusive Deity! My turn!
Now you see what I can do! I'm
It's
just getting
over.
started!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! It's over!
Elusive Deity!
Swallow Blade!
Mega Ray! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
Now!
There's still more to go.
Lunarongo! Rising Falcon!
Resonate with the earth!
Swallow Dance! Take this!
I'm ready!
I'm on Sword Rain Alpha!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I can feel my precision improving.
More Dahnan runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Come knock down! Come on! You're critical now!
Arch field!
Swallow Dance! Elusive Deity! Far enough! Dragon Shout!
Corruption!
First strike! Burn! You're mine! Dragon Shout!
Do it!
An astral arts?
That's my get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already on. Dragon Swarm! Now you see what I call finish you here and now!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Elusive deity! No further!
Annihilation!
First strike! You're done!
Lewis Cage!
Hurricane!
Here I go! It's over!
Elusive deity!
You're finished!
I'll tear you apart!
Lunarongo!
Can you take it?
You're finished!
Elusive deity! Can you take
Dragon
it?
Swarm!
Mega Ray!
It's on! Ignite!
Elusive deity! I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Phew! What a rush!
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I'm like bait to them!
Annihilation!
I'm ready! Resonate with the earth!
Confiscated!
Dynamite!
Here I come! You're finished!
Freezing storm!
First strike! I'll tear
Sword
you
Rain
apart!
Alpha!
Heavy armor is all mine!
I never miss!
Take this!
Swallow dance!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Searing flame!
Away!
This one's all mine!
You're mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
Begin!
Annihilation!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Elusive
Liberate!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Dragon flame! Here's the flame of fury!
I'll face it!
Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
Do it!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Dragon Swarm!
Begin!
You're mine!
Here
I'm
goes!
ready! I'll tear you apart!
Elusive Shionne!
This one's got your name on it!
To action! So I still had room to grow.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
Oh, man. Hope I live long enough to regret this.
Don't mind if I do.
Far enough! Begin!
Try this!
I'm mine!
Explosive Ray!
Sky is mine.
Elusive deity! Anything in armor is all mine!
Radiant
Hero
fury.
Turret!
Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Dragon Swarm!
Freezing storm.
Stalagmite!
Take this! This one's all mine!
Tornado.
Burn!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Do it.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to action.
Back into the
Not
front.
here! Sword Rain Alpha!
Elusive deity!
Slash!
I'll
You're
face you!
mine! Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity!
Hurricane!
All yours, Kisara.
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
kill me! I'm surrounded! Deity!
Don't mind if I do!
In a bind?
Leave the agile ones to me.
I never fit!
Elusive deity! Eat dirt! Begin!
Far enough!
Take this!
Annihilation!
Try this! Elusive deity! Begin! Dragon Form! A debut performance! Almost! You're mine!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Dragon Form! Resonate with the earth! I'm ready! Swallow
Here's
blade!
evil!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Strike! Sword Ring Alpha! This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Here goes!
Eat this!
Not in your dreams!
Dragon Form!
Do it!
Resonate with the earth! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Resonate with the earth! Take this! Rising Falcon!
Flame of fury! Burning!
Do it! You're finished! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Resonate with the earth! Here I come!
Power of water! Far enough!
Take this! It's over! You're my... Resonate with the earth!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Do it!
Dragon Form! Light Burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Step back. This one's all law.
This might be... some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.